All right, folks, this is going to be a good one.
We hope.
We hope. We do a lot of these. If you haven't figured it out already, sometimes we do as many as 3 back to back. So we are doing number 3 here right now. But I'm feeling a little, I need a hit of energy. So I have something here called Bottled Insanity. It's called Bottled Insanity. And from what I understand, if you're feeling low in energy, you take some of this. Okay, make sure I do this right, Shawn. Add 1 spoonful of water using included spoon. I don't have a spoon for this. Close tightly, shake well, uncap, sniff, and perform. There we go.
Okay.
So, there's a spoon.
There's a spoon. So there you go. So you're gonna go and get some water.
Get some water right here.
Oh, there you go. You got it right there.
So, this is some grade 10 science right here.
Don't try this at home, folks.
No, this is this is going to help me get through this episode because I'm feeling a little tired. So you add this and give it a shake and inhale. So we got the water in there. All right. So if you're boxing or doing UFC or something and get knocked out, you're supposed to.
Of course.
This is supposed to help you. So.
Which is what you need for a podcast.
Oh, whoa. Oh, God.
You all right, Tom?
I kind of want to do it again. No, let's see. Okay, I'm crying. Shawn, read what it says. Read the side I didn't read.
The warning side?
Yeah.
Warning that says keep away from children. Do not use if allergic or pregnant. Oh my God. Keep at least 6 inches away from your nose, which I feel like
didn't
you
do that, did I? No, I didn't do that at all.
Avoid contact with your eyes or mouth.
Okay, I think I can taste it. So that's too late, too. Yeah. Oh yeah. My allergies are better. That's for sure.
Okay. Yeah. I bet. Good God.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah,
folks, thank you for joining us for this episode of Tell Me a Story
Buckeye
podcast.
Brown!
Yeah, exactly.
We're going to talk about Buckeye Brown. Oh, God. All right.
I'm the Doctor of History, Shawn McCarthy, joined here by my best friend, Thomas Daly.
This is for you, Blake Lynch. You thought some of these episodes we were a little drunk, and I said it can get way worse. It just did.
There you go.
All right, folks. Yeah, we are going to talk about... This is going to be a fun one. We're going to talk...
We hope.
Yeah.
My God.
I want to do it again. Fuck.
Don't do it again, Tom.
All right.
My God.
Let's see. We're going to talk about this Memories of the Miramichi. This is a book that, Shawn, when did you first find this?
I found this about 3 years ago. Yeah.
3 years ago?
Yeah.
Okay. And you gave it to me just last year.
Yeah.
It was one of many books you gave to me for my 40th birthday. And this, you got a sticky note on it, the first appearance of Buckeye Brown. I said, oh my God, this is it. The book that mentions Buckeye Brown. So in the past, we've, in just the last episode, we did about Egyptian rings, and we talked about stuff from all over the world and how it affected Miramichi, or sometimes it's a story about like my time in Sweden, time in London, time in Ireland. We've talked all about this. So this one is very local. This is...
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's going to give you a taste of Miramichi back in the good old days, shall we say.
That's right, yeah.
All right, so...
really kind of the late 19th century. I mean, this fellow was active. So,
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and the thing about this book, too, it's not just written by anybody. It was actually written by a priest.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Father William Gaynor.
William Gaynor, who I don't know anything about him. Did you ever hear?
I feel like he was born in Chatham, kind of brought up in Chatham, but I don't think he was a priest here in Chatham. I don't feel like he was. He could. I may be wrong, but I don't think he was a priest here, or at least not for very long. But had some fond memories of the community and wrote this book. I think it was a series of articles originally in the newspaper, and then they collected them all and published it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and from what I remember, he published these articles in the newspaper anonymously, dude.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Yeah, I almost 100%
Fair enough.
Yeah, he was writing these in the Chatham World, I think was the newspaper at the time. So he's writing these. He is a priest, but he's reflecting on his time as a kid growing up in Chatham. So, what is it? The east side of,
That's right.
of
Yeah.
Miramichi.
Yeah.
Has a reputation for being the tougher side, or somewhat, I guess. But the best food by far is on that side.
That's right.
And some really interesting stores, and
Yeah.
the place where we went to high school, actually. So we're quite fond of it.
Yeah. We're from the east side, you and I.
We're east side. We are.
I guess from the southeast side, but
yeah, exactly. Yeah. I was so far back in the woods, it didn't matter.
Well, there you go. You were more on the southwest.
Southwest, yeah. All right. So, this guy, this priest, he wrote these anonymous articles to the Chatham World back in, 1913. I think is when the first one appears. So, and it's sort of whimsical and whatnot. He talks about, he's got an inside look on religion. I noticed that. Do you remember that? And he's from like a mixed family. I think it's his father is Catholic and his mother is like a Presbyterian or something like that.
Right.
And then he becomes a Catholic priest. And he talks about some of the priests of that time. We love reflecting on the priest. We just talked about Father Ryan not too long ago. And of course, the priest that he mentions in this book is Father Egan.
Yes.
Who's a guy that I know you've...
Yeah.
And you know the story I'm talking about, don't you?
I do. Yeah. That's it. Yeah. Of course, Father Egan probably... one of the major missionaries, Catholic missionaries in the community, accredited with being the founder of a number of churches in the community, and I guess ran afoul maybe of some of his Protestant compatriots. Armed, of course, with his blackthorn shillelagh.
Blackthorn shillelagh.
That's it.
So think about that. We got this old Irish priest walking around with a blackthorn shillelagh that he liked to beat people with.
Apparently, he and his, Protestant counterparts sort of got into arguments, and apparently.
And if he couldn't beat them in theology, he beat them physically with his blackthorn cane.
So at least Father Gaynor says. Yeah. But also, apparently not something
they liked it.
Yeah,
you kind of like it. Sometimes.
Apparently so.
Sometimes you like to get beaten a little bit.
They boasted about the fact that they took a strip from
the Methodist guy, especially.
I guess so. Yeah. So maybe consensual in some kind of way. It's weird.
Who is the dom? Who is the sub?
There you go. That's it. But of course, Father Egan, the priest in Nelson for 55 years almost, I think. So,
he's there for a long, long time.
Yeah.
And he's related to Father Power, is he?
Yes, he's Father Power's uncle.
Okay, so by the time you're watching this, you've already seen Father Power in action.
Yes.
The play that we're going to be doing.
This is true. Yeah. That's it. So, two very important priests in the Nelson community who were Father Egan instrumental in establishing the first St. Patrick's Church, Father Power instrumental in establishing the second St. Patrick's Church, the one that's still there today.
Right.
That's it. But so Father Gaynor does talk about him. I'd love to write kind of a long form piece on Father Egan because it seems like such an interesting guy. To kind of travel all around
and the Knights of Columbus, which you're in.
That's right. Yes,
the council is named after him.
That's right. But and like I say, even like to go and to kind of minister in Barnaby, where he just went to some guy's house, Dan Sullivan's house, and just sort of said mass and heard confessions, and
that old house is still standing. Yeah, it's pretty wild. Yeah,
we're not here to talk about Father Egan. That might be an episode for another day. But he does. Another fellow that's mentioned somewhat prominently, and when I first read it, I think I sent it to you.
You did. I remember you're like, this book, Tom. This book. So again, you found this book through the linkages.
I did. Yeah. So somebody gave me that copy of it.
Okay.
I feel like it was somebody who had an older parent pass away, and just sort of, they've got all these history books. Would you be interested in them?
These,
yeah. I said, sure. Yeah.
Why not?
Exactly.
Yeah. Cool stuff. So, Father Egan, fast forwarding to the guy, I think it's, take this again, page 29, I do believe.
Indeed.
Where the guy, it's all laid out. All right. In Chatham, there was an especial number of types. The town drunkards were Dan McAvoy and Bug I. Brown. Poor fellows, I I suppose they were more to be pitied than blamed. Dan McAvoy usually put up in the Ark, which was a cave-like, sodded structure on Fraser's Hill. So this guy's a hobbit. He lives in the ground.
After a fashion, maybe, but
I think so.
Yeah.
Fraser's Hill, do we know where that is exactly? Or somewhere in the Chatham area?
Yeah, I don't know right off the top of my head, but yeah.
That's what it sounds like, though. Sodded structure on Fraser's Hill.
Yeah, sure.
George Kerr.
I mean, there's really only one hill in Chatham, so it's the hill.
It's the hill. He's living under these.
That's it.
Living under the hill.
Yeah.
This guy. George Kerr was about to depart from this world, and Dan knew that Geordie's eyes would be weighed down with a sovereign each while he slept his last sleep, and the best pair of calfskin boots would enclose his feet.
Yeah. So George Kerr, Joe Kennard's lawyer.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, that's where I heard the name before.
Yeah. Was a member of the legislature for many years. Was a lawyer of pretty high renown, really. Was the guy that trained Peter Mitchell. So was a big deal in the community. But this gentleman saw an opportunity in his death, and as you're about to read, acted upon it.
So Dan kept sober long enough to attend decorously the funeral and help put away the coffin. So he's even a pallbearer by the sound of it.
Yeah.
That night, however, he was on hand with pick and shovel. There you go, gravedigger, and easily won his 2 guineas beside a tip-top pair of new boots. Dan was an attentive mourner at every funeral where the ancient tradition of paying Sharon's fee in gold was observed. So Charon, I don't know how I'm saying that, but that's the ferryman from Greek mythology.
Yes.
So not?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So there we go.
So every time somebody, would kind of practice that ritual of putting the 2 sovereigns over the eyes.
And we actually did that around here, did we?
Yeah.
That's wild. So it's something really back from like pagan times.
Mm-hmm.
And like, again, he's referencing Greek mythology here. So that's pretty wild. That was still a custom even, in the 1800s when this guy's talking about the 1850s.
So this guy, I guess, would kind of go to the wakes, scoped out, scope with the body, and
checking out the boots, checking
it.
out the gold coins on the eyes. Yeah, so he's a grave digger, but he's making sure he gets the boots and the gold before.
Yeah.
All right. So now Bug-Eye Brown is the ugliest man in Chatham, physically the ugliest and homeliest. He slept out at night, and after a debauch, he was a sight to look at. I remember the famous occasion on which the hand fire engine was called out through the playfulness of some wag because Bug-Eye Brown, having slept all night in Gridiron Johnson's barn. These names, these are wrestling names, or
sort of, a little bit.
Gridiron Johnson's barn in St. John Street by the old tannery was caught by the ear as he was letting himself down from a high and open window. There he hung by the ear. He had remarkably big ears, and swung and turned as if on a pivot, while the crowd collected, and Bug-Eye split the air with his profanity. Okay, so let's unpack that. What's going on here, Shawn?
So I guess he's making his way out of a barn and, through a window, which I don't quite understand. Maybe he was up in the loft and tried to escape that way.
Through the window.
Why would not go through the barn doors? I don't understand.
Yeah.
But apparently got caught by the ear on the way out and was just kind of dangling there, and people decided to come and have a look at him.
And to watch.
Yeah, that's it.
That's wild. Like how the
somebody called the fire department in order to kind of help him out.
The engine it talks about. Yeah, the fire. Yeah, what do they call it? Yeah,
the hand engine.
Hand fire engine.
Yeah.
Through the playfulness of some wag. So weird. Okay, and the ear didn't get ripped off by the sounds of it.
I guess not. Maybe it was big enough so that it could,
He had very big ears.
Yeah,
that's it there.
Mm-hmm.
So and that's all we have to go on. Bug-Eye Brown.
I guess
this
so.
is pretty
That's
much
right.
it.
That's right.
You, being the doctor of history that you are, have a little bit more on Dan McAvoy, don't you?
I have a little bit more on Bug-Eye Brown too.
Oh my God!
Just the tiniest bit.
Tell me more.
There is a folk song about a gentleman from Barty Bogue, and talks about it just kind of talks about his kind of fall from grace, and that one of his associates, he talks about all of his associates, Johnny Horn and Bug-Eye Brown,
Okay.
That's it. So, yeah.
Wow.
At the time, obviously, Louise Manny didn't have the benefit of reading Father Gaynor's work, because she says, like, oh, Bug-Eye Brown has been lost to history. We don't know who he is. But
nope.
Yeah, exactly. That's right. And Dan McAvoy, I did find an article about him. Apparently, again, poor fellow, kind of the town drunkard, as Father Gaynor speaks about him. Apparently, after the election in 1874, when Peter Mitchell defeated Jabez Snowball, Peter Mitchell paid for him to be dressed up as Jabez Snowball and paraded through the town.
I love it. That's great. And that's a custom I want to bring back. Like I was saying the other night, character matters, mirror mache. I am willing to play whoever loses the following election. I don't care if it is Lisa Harris. Put me in a fucking red dress. I'll do it if the money's right. And
of course, by the time this comes out,
by the time it's long gone. Yeah.
Exactly. That's it. Yeah. So whoever wins, please forgive us. So yeah.
You
Don't cut off our funding.
You could have hired us. You could have had a show.
There you go. But yeah, and then apparently in 1878, when Snowball defeated Mitchell, Snowball then did the very same.
Oh, nice. I like that. Yeah. So I hope
So-
this guy at least got paid well, even if it was just in booze.
Maybe, I don't know. That's it. So, I mean, I guess in a way, as you say, maybe if he gets paid, it's a good thing. But in another way, it is too bad. They're kind of taking advantage of this poor
I
guy.
hope he's an early actor, because actors are the scum of the earth. So then I don't feel sorry for him at all. But that's the thing I don't like, because I do feel bad if he's just somebody that's like a little bit, mentally challenged or whatever. Let's say,
or even if he's just an alcoholic and is addicted.
Yeah,
you know
exactly.
What I mean?
And poor and addicted or whatever. Yeah. If that's the case. And same with Bug-Eye Brown, because we know growing up, some people, this town can treat you just like shit, if it's just people, for whatever reason, we know from going to school and stuff, if people don't like you, they can make your life miserable. And that hasn't changed either. And so that's why I hope wasn't the case, because it's fun to have a laugh with these people, but we don't know anything about them other than, I would like to hope that this guy, that this priest had some, that's it. Yeah, had some sense that he's actually, talking about those weird characters that were, like we said, that weren't being totally taken advantage of. We're just like, well, he's an artist, he's a performer, let's give him his roses.
That's it.
Exactly. But this guy, I can tell he's a fan of Peter Mitchell, isn't he? This priest.
He is. Yeah.
He's very much a fan of Peter.
That's the subject of a future episode at some point. Peter Mitchell. I'd love to talk about him long form.
We'll talk about him long form. I know you want to do it. Give us a...
Tom, what are you doing shaking that bottle, man?
You want to try it?
No, I don't want to try it. My God. Don't do that. Don't do that. My God, man.
Oh, God. Oh, felt that one in the back of the head.
Oh, I
did you?
I got it from over here. Holy Jesus.
Yeah. It's good, though.
No, it isn't.
No, hang on.
Holy mother of God.
Folks, Bottled Insanity. We are open for sponsorships. If you, wherever this came from, I had to wait 3 months for that in the mail. And the package came with writing I didn't understand on it. But...
Made in Canada, though. So
there we go. See, there.
That's it. Exactly.
There we go. Yeah.
Exactly.
We are not evil people. We are supporting good Canadian Bottled Insanity. We are not mega. We are not.
No,
We are
that's
not.
it.
We are not supporting the evil Russians or
Tom, I'm feeling an effect from that. I can't imagine what you're feeling. Holy mother of mercy.
I want to do another episode after this. I think we can do 5 or 6 more tonight.
Can we, you think?
Good times.
Yeah, that's it.
I'm awake. Anyway.
I guess.
Anyway.
That's it.
So,
So, Tom, you're, you've kind of taken Bug-Eye Brown as a bit of an interesting individual, and you kind of found a little bit of artistic inspiration from him as well, have you not?
Yeah. No, I was inspired by it, so I am working on something which God knows when this is coming out. So, but let's just say a book, which has been inspired by the escapades of Bug-Eye Brown. Mm-hmm. So I won't say any more than that, because you can't give away your ideas.
No, of course not.
People will steal them, just like they stole the money off of the dead guy's
That's right.
eyes.
Poor George Kerr.
Yeah. There's old Ed Barnaby, I remember saying that. He'll steal the pennies off a dead man's eyes. And I didn't know what he meant or whatever. And my mom didn't feel like explaining it or whatever. Like, do they put pennies in dead man's eyes? Like, no, he's crazy. Don't listen. But this is exactly what he's talking about. It wasn't pennies, it was gold guineas too. So it was,
well, I suppose a guy like that is probably gonna,
that was a flex. I guess you had
probably. Sure, for gold sovereigns for a gentleman of that time.
So who gets the money if you're Christian? Because Sharon, does he still get the money or just like?
Probably not. I don't know. Maybe St. Peter just got to collect it.
St. Peter, yeah.
That's it. Maybe.
I was going to say, who's waiting at the?
That's it.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
All right. So where else does the story goes? He talked about some other characters here. I know we talked this crazy story before. The two guys.
How about Johnny Horn? Yeah.
Johnny Horn. And the goat.
That's it. That's it. And Luke Pike. Yeah.
We talked about that before. And there was another guy I want to touch on here too that was just completely out of his mind, it felt like. Yeah.
I mean, I think it's a really interesting book in that it kind of provides that sort of perspective on the community that you wouldn't get otherwise, except from a guy that lived there and, and met these characters.
That's what's so cool about it. That it's actually is his, because it's so far back too. He's writing it in 1913, so it's over 100 years.
Yeah.
He's reflecting on stuff from the 1850s and 1860s, 1870s, I guess he remembers as a child and as a young man. So, it's wild that way.
And I think sometimes, you kind of lose. I think, you hear a lot today about, all the Greek characters from Miramichi, like they're all gone. Like, that's not true.
No.
But nobody just talks about the characters.
Yeah, that's it.
From Miramichi and the way that they did before, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's wild that way. The funny thing is, when he's talking about Chatham, he keeps saying it's not as romantic as Newcastle. Do you remember that?
Yes, that's right. Yeah, exactly. A little bit more spit and dirt than the Newcastle.
But saying, man, you're a Catholic priest in the early 1900s. What do you really know about romance? But I guess Chatham was founded later, right? If we're getting into
it. Well, no.
Peabody is
founded later, but incorporated first. It's the first town.
It is, that's true.
It beats Newcastle that way.
If you're including like Davidson and stuff like that, the Newcastle
exactly.
side.
That's right. That's
older,
true. That's true. But even today, like you look at Pleasant Street in Newcastle, where you have like all of those kind of Victorian houses, just one right after the other. You kind of have that sense of it. Whereas maybe Wellington Street in Chatham kind of has a little bit of that, but not a lot of it, right? There's still been a lot of, there seems to be more kind of development.
You're right. Yeah, Logie House is kind of the old one in that area.
That's it. And the Snowball House there right next to the church. And,
yeah.
That's it. There's a few.
Right. Yes, indeed. What else was he talking about in this book? Do you remember anything else that we should touch on?
Not right off the top of my head. It has been a little while since I've kind of read it completely. So, but again, I thought it was a really interesting resource.
Oh, the part 10 is omitted. God knows what that is.
Oh, there you go.
They couldn't publish it. Part X.
Today, of course, you could probably look it up in the Chatham world.
There you go. I
don't know if that one's online, but it's certainly
that.
Available on a microfilm. So
there you go.
Maybe that'll be a future episode.
The forbidden.
I'm in Fredericton next week, so maybe I can look it up.
Part 10, also known as Part X.
There you go.
It's not included in the book, and this book is by the same. It's by the priest, but what's his name? The guy, this guy, Hamilton.
Yes, Willis Hamilton. Yes,
exactly. Yeah.
Another great historian of the river.
He's good, isn't he? Yeah, he's the guy that
very good.
We've fallen back on for a lot of the sort of work we do.
Yeah.
So what do you think, Shawn? Any chance there's a Bug-Eye Brown tour in the works?
I don't know. Maybe if we can find Gridiron Johnson's barn.
That would be something. Yeah.
That's it.
We're going down more of a folklore rabbit hole.
Yeah.
It seems, for what we're doing. So it could be really fun. Yeah.
You never know.
Weird characters. Yes, indeed.
But I think it's those characters. I mean, as you say, hopefully it was a situation where, it wasn't just sort of...
He wasn't being totally taken advantage of. It wasn't like, oh my God, this person has something wrong with them mentally and we're going to just laugh at them.
But I think, if that was not the case, and we certainly hope it wasn't, that it's those kind of characters that kind of provide such, variety and such, intrigue to the community, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, I was thinking Barnaby. I remember like these old men or whatever that you were like, what did they do? What did they work at? I remember my dad saying one time, no one ever knew, but they always seemed to have enough money to get by, and somehow enough money to get drunk. And they own their house and they own their farm. And they were more well off than I am at the moment. So they actually didn't owe any money, and it was wild. These guys, like, how did they make it work? But it was kind of the inspiration for the Wake Club.
Bailey, yeah,
exactly, yeah, fun stuff. Oh, Father Verica, that's the guy I wanted to mention. He tells everybody off in Chatham.
Yes, he does. Yes. You all stink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Do you remember that story?
Yeah. Well, apparently it was his last day in Chatham. He just sort of tears into everybody.
Yes. Yeah. Who you're related to somehow, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
Yeah,
I think so.
Take it away, Shawn.
Yeah, that's it. Apparently his last day there. No, please no. My God. That's it.
Because I do.
Yeah. That's it. Apparently his last day in Chatham, he kind of went off on everybody, and and then just at the end of it, just sort of concluded with "You all stink."
That was the last part.
That's it. Yeah.
But it's very eloquent before that. What did he say? It was, I think it's even on the back here. Yeah, his last farewell sermon. Read that.
All right. Shout at the congregation the lurid story of their vices and delinquencies.
There we go.
Finally, having exhausted his strength and the catalogue of their misdeeds, he concluded in a savage burst of eloquence by calling them the outpourings and outscourings of the jails and poorhouses of Ireland. So, yeah.
He just goes out, burns every bridge on the way out.
I guess so.
That's so funny. Because he's bitter, which I didn't quite get. They're sending him to the Woodstock or something after this.
Probably, yeah. Well, I suppose.
They're sending him to the Bible Belt.
Maybe so. Maybe it is a situation where, there's, that's it.
Yeah. It's hilarious anyway. That's the other character that one.
Yeah. Yes, indeed.
But yeah, at the end, you all stink. Yeah. You stink. Just as he's getting pulled out of the church.
I guess, I say, that's it. Probably not him at his finest hour, for sure. That's probably why they told me the story, but him telling off
pulling out the door.
Exactly.
Beating him with that big stick.
That's probably why my family told me the story, but him telling off the lieutenant governor rather than this story.
That's great.
So not him at his best, but yeah.
All right, so there you have it. That book is Memories of the Miramichi. Shawn, is there anywhere people can find that at the moment?
I think it'd probably be best to find that at some place like Open Door Antiques.
Ooh, yes.
So
they're still open by the time this plays.
That's true. That's true. They probably would be. We probably got enough. Maybe anyway. Yeah. But yeah, it would probably be at an antique bookstore or used bookstore. Yeah, because I don't think it's in print anymore.
Print. Yeah. All right, so a really cool book. If you're into any Miramichi history, even just weird local lore, or not even local lore, just like stories that will inspire you
exactly
to buy stuff like this online from sources you don't know. Yeah. And so anyway. Where else do we go? Yeah, Creepy Dave. His artwork is also here on the shelf. The man behind the camera, our good friend David Jardine, is an artist, and he creates those works of art from simple coffee stains. So check him out on Instagram, David Jardine Coffee Doodles, and here on YouTube as well. Link in the description below.
That's right. And be sure to look us up, Character Matters Miramichi, on Facebook and Instagram. We've got a full schedule of events all through the summer. So if you're planning on visiting the Miramichi, certainly look us up. We're going to be, we've got shows planned all through the summer and certainly into the fall as well. So if you're not watching this on the day that it drops and you found us a little bit later, be sure to look us up because we've got events all through 2025.
We do. All right, folks. Thank you so much for watching. Dave, want to try some? Come on. You know you do.